Fortnite hasn't updated for a while, and we are in Chapter 2, Season 5, a far way in, so you're not going to get any of that OG new season content. So you know what I decided to do? I'm going to make my perfect season, my dream vision of what Fortnite could be at its max. I'm going to list my top POIs of all time, top weapons of all time, top items, vehicles, everything, you name it. I'm going to remake the Fortnite map, not really because I'm not that good at Photoshop, but I just put random text over the current Fortnite map, and then we're going to do that and more. I'm going to pick a season's theme. I'm going to tell you the basis of the Battle Pass skins I want. This is going to be a great video, and I hope you enjoy it. First up, for the POIs, I went through every single POI in Fortnite history, and I came up with the best 15 to 16 POIs, and that is going to be our Fortnite map. First up, we got Pleasant Park. It's an OG, it's gotta stay. The one thing that I'm gonna change about it is I'm gonna add the Doom's Domain house from Chapter 2 Season 4 back into Pleasant. I like that. We're not gonna have Dr. Doom in it, we're not gonna have the henchmen, not the cameras. I just want a house there that makes it bigger, that makes it better, that just makes it one step above normal Pleasant Park. Going down, we got Lonely Lodge, but not just that. We're combining it with Weeping Woods. So it's going to be the Lonely Lodge, Weeping Woods, basic buildings in the middle with more dense forest than the original Lonely Lodge. More like Weeping Woods, where Weeping Woods normally is. Of course, we're going to keep Salty Springs. How can I not? Sad news, though. I'm going to take out Retail Row. I know it's an OG. I know it's loved by a lot of people, but it's not one of my favorites. I know I'm going to get a lot of crap in the comments about this, but I'm sorry. I don't land there. I feel like it's an underused POI in general, and I don't think it's worth all the hype. Next, you already know I'm bringing back Tilted Towers. Not Tilted Town, not Neo Tilted, but OG Tilted. You thought I wasn't bringing it back. You were wrong. How could you think that? 100% we're bringing back Tilted in its best form. Going down, another thing we're bringing back is the Dusty Divot. This was a great POI back in the day, and I feel like it deserves another chance. Just a basic thing that always was good in Fortnite. Bringing down to a POI that was never actually named as far as I can remember, but I want it to be named, and I want it to be up there. Viking Village. I want this in the map. It was so many people's one of their favorite drop spots, and I think it was definitely worth it. Overlooking a waterfall. We got the full Viking ship with the little huts, tons of loot. Great spot. You can do so much stuff in it, and I'm definitely going to bring that back. Here's where one of my most controversial picks will probably come in. The Cube Island. Not Loot Lake, not Purple Loot Lake, but the actual Kevin the Cube Island. I know you guys all want Kevin the Cube back, and so do I. And I don't know why, but I want him in this form. Not going to be in the middle. Not going to be that big of a drop stop, probably. But I think this deserves another chance. A very cool addition to the Fortnite map when it existed. So I think we should bring this back. And we just keep going with the not really OG train, but still like Season 8, 9. We're bringing back Polar Peak, probably my favorite snow POI I've ever seen. The castle, all the hype with that was very good. I couldn't think of a better snow POI, and I don't want a big snow section like they used to have. I want one snow POI, and it's going to be Polar Peak. I reviewed all the possible snow POIs, Frosty Flights, Happy Hamlet, and I decided Polar Peak was far and above the best one. Next, we're bringing back Sunny Steps, but with a twist. We're adding Tomato Temple, that old, sort of small little place, and we're putting it in the center of Sunny Steps. So not only do we have the basic Sunny Steps, we're going to have the Tomato Temple right on top of that. We're bringing back the Tomato, and we're bringing back one of the best competitive POIs in Sunny Steps. Now, I don't really know why I did this exactly, but the next one we're going to have is the Pressure Plant. If you guys remember this is from the big Monster vs. Robot event way back then. And what we're doing, I don't know why I'm bringing this back, but I think it's a great POI. That's basically all I have to say about it. Next up, we're bringing back the Mega Mall. I just like the basic structure of this. It's pretty sleek, it's pretty simple. You got the mall, you got a couple outlying buildings, and you got the big wind tunnels. Just overall a solid POI and something I could definitely want to come back. Next, we're bringing in some more of the Chapter 2 POIs. We have less of these because I think most of the OG map stuff was better, but there's also a lot more seasons of that, so this might get more in the future. We have Lazy Lake, staying the exact same, a great POI, hot drop, everybody likes it. My favorite Chapter 2 place, Misty Meadows, I'm keeping that. Gonna be near Polar Peak, a little bit of snow, sort of like Happy Hamlet back in the day. Just a great POI. And then here's where I think the one that I wanted to bring back the most of anything besides probably Tilted. The original agency from Chapter 2, Season 2. This POI was so good. A hot drop. Everybody loved it. Henchman, Midas with his drum gun. I want all that back. I'm not going to have the drum gun back because I was way too OP. But I'll have something like it, and you'll see that later. But yes, we're bringing back the OG, the White, the Ghost agency, and it's gonna be amazing. Keeping on track with the Chapter 2 Season 2 Mythic POIs, I'm bringing back 2 more for my final 2. We're bringing back the Shark and the Grotto. The Shark still exists in the current Chapter 2 Season 5 map, but I don't want Coral Castle there anymore. Who lands at Coral Castle? Like, really. I want the Shark to be the main point in that area. The Shark is so underappreciated nowadays. I still land there occasionally. And then last but not least of our POIs today, I want to bring back the Grotto. Because why not? What did you guys not like about the Grotto? I don't know. It's so tantalizing just seeing it boarded full up with water. Because I really want that POI back. And I think it has so much potential as an underground thing. Well, now I'm going to show you the terrible map I've designed right over here. So what I didn't tell you guys yet is the theme for this season. It's going to be Jurassic Park. That Fortnite X Jurassic Park. That's what I want to see. That is the special thing that I think Fortnite could definitely use in a new season. So this is going to be the biggest thing. It's going to be a gigantic POI. Where Stealthy Stronghold is now. And you might think, hey Side Splash, isn't Stealthy Stronghold basically just a Jurassic Park thing? No, that has to do with the Predator. I don't want to see anything like that. I want to see the full Jurassic Park in all its glory, straight from the movie, and not just the actual park. I want to see the enclosures. I want to see the vehicles, and I want to see the indoor lab area. I want to see all that stuff, and I want this to be a gigantic POI. And this is going to have, this may sound weird, but this is going to have a mythic dinosaur boss. The weapon it's dropped won't have anything to do with dinosaurs, but I want to see a mythic dinosaur boss. I think that would be awesome. And you know what else, Epic? This has so much potential for skins. You can bring all the OG Jurassic Park people. You can bring the Jurassic Worlds. You could put some more dinosaur skins. You could even put a meme skin, Mr. DNA, from the original movies in. I want to see all that and more. Get in contact with Universal Epic and make this partnership happen for the new season. Going on to the map, we got Dusty Divot near the top right. I feel like that's a perfect place right near Craggy Cliffs. And we're going to have that, well, not, Craggy Cliffs isn't there, but that's where the area would be. This is just the Chapter 2 Season 1 map, and I just sort of put some names on top of it. Then right where Steamy is now, we're going to put the pressure plant with the big volcano. And I want an effect with the air, just like Steamy Stacks in the big stacks at the top of the volcano, so you can just fly out of there. And we're going to have the lava flow all the way down to where Dirty Docks is now, just so we can fill up that area with something decent. Moving all the way over to the left side of the map, we got the Shark POI taking up the entire area where Coral Castle was. I don't really like Coral Castle, so we're just going to put the Shark straight back here where it belongs. Pleasant Park, everything's the same. Normal place, normal stuff, normal location. And then where Frenzy Farm was. By the way, rip Frenzy Farm. Whatever happened to it? It was such a good POI. I almost want to bring it back. I don't think it's worth it just because there really wasn't that much to do in it. It felt like really open. But Stark Industries completely took it over, and now it's being taken over by a Colossal Coliseum in the sand. At least my solution will be better. We're bringing back Sunny Steps and Tomato Temple combined right there, and it's going to be great. Going back, Tilted, it's back right where Sweaty Sands is now with quick access to the water. sort of isolated near the shark. And what I'm going to do is put that near Salty and the agency back in their normal places. And down below, where Holly currently is, we're going to put the Mega Mall, a perfect place for it. There's already a little bit of that all the way over at the gas station with the Viking Village ship currently. But we're going to bring both of those POIs back. Then we go down to Weeping Woods where it normally is, Lonely Lodge and Weeping Woods. That's going to be great, pretty simple, pretty normal. And then a Viking Village. This is honestly the most happy I am with any placement of anything. When I looked at this map, I immediately knew how and where I wanted Viking Village. So as you guys see, at the top of this hill, there's a waterfall right next to the drop shop, in between Lazy Lake and the agency. And I think this is the perfect place for Viking Village. A sort of isolated mountain POI, and this entire area, I think it's trash. There's nothing to do there. There's like one small ghost house or whatever that no one even lands at. This could bring attention to that area. All there is here is farming, and who really just goes in the middle of nowhere to farm? So then, the grotto, moving over to the left. I want it just the same as it was, maybe even a little bigger in the underground area. Pretty simple. Retail row, it's gone. Might try to find something to fill that area, but below Retail Row, we have Polar Peak. In the corner of the map, the only place where snow basically still remains at all times, where the weather station currently is. I know the weather station is liked, so I might just keep that and move that down, but I want Polar Peak at the top of the highest peak in the Fortnite map, and I can't think of a better place for it. Lazy, it stays as normal, and Misty, it stays as normal, so we come into the last POI, and this one is a little weird. The Cube Island, all the way in the bottom left corner of the map. I'm not trying to make this a hot drop. I'm not trying to make this the big thing. I just want this to be there, because I don't know why. I just think it's a fun POI. And what I'm going to do is keep a Slurpee/Steamy-like POI down here below the Cube Island. But instead of Slurp, we're going to have the bouncy purple water from the original Thanos Loot Lake. So that's going to be great. Next, we're going to move on to our weapon choice. Basic loadout, we're going to have everything that I want in a loadout. First, we got the basic assault rifle, all rarities, of course. How could I ever not put that in? Then we're moving on, we got the hunting rifle. I just think this is a great thing. It's a versatile weapon, a sniper, but not too much of a sniper. Just a great overall trick shot weapon, and something I'd love to see back in the game. And winding it out for our normal ARs is the suppressed AR. I'm not putting the heavy in, I'm not putting the burst in, I don't like those. But the suppressed AR I can get behind. A basic AR with a better quality. It's suppressed. A little bit harder to find, a little bit less damage, but it has that one thing. And then, we're going on to our first mythic weapon of this new thing. I don't know exactly where this one's going to go, but we have the thermal scoped mythic AR. I think this thing can be OP. Basically like the old Skies AR, but with a thermal scope. I think this is going to be awesome and a great addition to the game. Then we move on to shotguns, and we're starting with the double barrel shotgun. All in all, a great shotgun. Just something fun to do back in Season X. One of the shotguns, like there were so many back then, but this is one of the best ones, and I'd like to continue it. Next up, we have sort of a weird thing. I'm going to be combining two of the best shotguns and then one of the older shotguns. The pump, the tac, and the heavy, but not all into one, because I know we want to keep the pump. So the pump will be kept in its normal form, but along with it, we'll have two more pump shotguns. The tactical pump and the heavy pump. Different than the normal pump, but I think these things will be awesome and a great, cool new shotgun to add into the game. Next up, we're going into the pistol. We got the dualies, of course, the OG dualies. Gotta have those in, just a great weapon overall. And you know what? I just saw this and I'm like, you know what? Why not? The flashlight pistol. Yeah, I'm not going to say any more about that. Then we got the normal pistol, of course. It's been there since the beginning. I'm not going to take that away now. And then our last pistol is the hand cannon. Just a good sort of sniper, sort of pistol. It's just a good balanced weapon. Just probably viable off spawn only, but something I could definitely see people just picking up. Something that I'd want in my Fortnite season. we're moving on to the SMGs, and I'm only gonna have 2 real SMGs here. The Rapid Fire SMG and the TAC SMG. 2 strong, fast, and powerful SMGs. I don't need too much more about the SMGs. I'm not that big of a fan, but I think you need some of those in there. Then we're moving on to a fan favorite of the Fortnite community. Of course I'm gonna put the drum gun in, and not Midas's drum gun, not Jules' drum gun, but the OG drum gun from back in the day. All the same stuff, not too OG, not when it was like really OP, but just the good solid drum gun. And then we're bringing in our second mythic weapon. This is going to be insane. I'm bringing back the 3 favorite mythic weapons of all time and combining them into one. You got Midas's drum gun, Brutus's minigun, and Sky's AR all into one mythic. This is going to be way too OP, but I don't care. It's going to have the power of Midas's drum gun. It's going to have the speed and the recharge of Brutus's minigun, and it's going to have the distance and accuracy of Sky's AR. It's going to be absolutely insane, and this thing is going to be competitive. And that's why I'm not putting this at 1 mythic POI. I'm putting this at 3. We have a possible spawn at the Grotto, the Agency, and Tilted. These are going to be the 3 drop spots that I want to be hot drops, and I think it's going to be absolutely insane. Next up, we're moving into the snipers, and we only got 2 because that's all we need. We got the bolt action, a clean, good sniper, the kind of one you just want to pick up, see on the map, and then the Storm Scout sniper, just as the epic or legendary as it is, a rare sniper to find, but a useful tool. And then I'm bringing back the Boombo. Not TNTina's Boombo, not that weak thing. We're bringing back the OG Boombo. I feel like it's just going to be so fun. Just a great weapon to use. Getting into more explosive kind of stuff, we got the grenade launcher back. I like it. I want it. I'm not good with grenades, and I know probably most of you aren't too, but something that is so much easier to use and much more powerful, the grenade launcher, something you always want in your inventory. And my new idea for the grenade launcher is instead of having rocket ammo, what you have is grenades as ammo. So you pick up the grenade launcher, and if you find a grenade on the ground, you can use it in a grenade launcher, and that's the ammo for it. I think that would be absolutely amazing. Moving on to our 1 rocket launcher. We're not doing the normal RPG. We're not doing the jackal launcher, egg launcher, snowball launcher, none of that. We're doing the quad launcher, the full 4 barrels coming back into the game. Of course, you gotta have the LMG light machine gun, an overpowered weapon, so fun to use, but you can counter it. It's the perfect Fortnite weapon in my opinion. Next up, we're moving on to sort of more item things with the grappler. The 10-shot grappler, I think a perfect item. Couldn't have anything better. And then for one of the mythics, along with maybe the thermal scope they are, I'm thinking, we'll bring back Jules' glider gun. I thought this was a cool new take on the grappler. Just a very cool thing overall. And then for our 3rd and final mythic, and this one I'm planning on putting in the Jurassic Park POI. It doesn't make any sense, but I don't care. We're bringing back the Zapatron. You already know. Slightly different, a little bit less overpowered, but we're bringing back the Zapatron. I don't even remember it, but I want to see it. I've heard so much about it that I want to use it in-game. I'm putting it a random new sponsored POI just because I want to see it in-game. Now we're getting on to some of the more utilitarian, some of the healing items. The bandage bazooka. I'm going to make these fast. We got bandage bazooka, basic grenades, clingers, decoys. We're bringing back junk rift. We are also bringing back, well, we already have shockwaves. We're bringing back stink bombs and storm flips. Of course, we're keeping the mythic goldfish, along with basic fishing stuff and all the fish. That stuff I don't really care about, but it's always a good addition. The bouncer we're keeping in. And why, Epic, did you take away the crash pads? There were no problems with the crash pads. Great fall damage avoiders, and they were just great movement items as well. I don't know why you took them away, but I want them back ASAP. Getting on to our healing items, I'm bringing in chug splashes, of course minis, big pots, medkits, how could I not? And then just basically the same exact healing items as now. I think that's all settled. And we need launch pads back, and I'm going to bring them back along with balloons. We're going to keep campfires. I want upgrade benches back as a loadout weapon. Something that you can take in your loadout and put down. I thought that was pretty cool. And those are all our weapons and items and healing. Next up, we got our vehicles. I'm putting in a total of 5 vehicles. It may seem like a lot, but I think you guys will agree that this is the perfect decision. We're keeping the cars in. They're perfect, not too overpowered, just a good movement item. The boats, exact same thing. I'm bringing back the helicopters, because I don't know why Epic took them out. They don't need to be in competitive, but they were great in pubs just to move around. Second to last, we're bringing back the hoverboard, the drift board. I think it's great. A trick shot thing, a little bit of movement. I don't see why they took it out. And then here's the big vehicle. I want there to be a completely new vehicle. If you guys have watched the movie Jurassic Park, as I'm sure you have, or you'd probably clicked off this video because I've talked about it so much, I want the Jurassic Park Jeep. The OG one from the movies, like the ATK Jeep thing. And what I want is, I want it to have a handling and power between a mix of the golf cart, the car, and the ATK. Last but not least, the Battle Pass. I don't have too much to say about this. I don't want any specifics, but I just want Fortnite to bring back the OG Battle Passes. No sponsors. All the sponsored skins can stay in the item shop. I want the good secret skins. I want just some great, solid Battle Pass skins. And there you have it. That is my official Fortnite wish list. That is exactly what I want in a season. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment below if you think anything the same, if you think it different. I really appreciate your feedback. And if you want me to go more in depth, I'll definitely make another video about this exact same topic. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, I hope you drop a like and subscribe. Check out my other videos and streams. Thank you.